Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. What a dismal, grey place. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. Don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Mint. Fully unacceptable or unwelcome, especially to a foreign government. Okay, good to know. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. Look at Gretchen! Look at that fucking whoopee yog. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. If Stella's on lookout duty and one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know. It's probably for the best, Jam. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. I can't get enough of Gretchen. I can't get enough of Gretchen. Imagine not picking Gretchen. I mean, actually, I can't imagine it, to be fair. Duke was extremely likeable. But, look. You'll do great. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Beautiful. So, it's a really fun time to think about traits at this point in time, because if you have something like you know, street smart, then you can probably like charm people a bit more and you know, get some info out of them. If you've got like the trait that makes you very attractive, same sort, you know, same story. If you're keen-eyed, you'll probably be able to pick up when people are lying or, you know, withholding information. When you're mystical and book smart, this is probably going to be a challenge. This is the great equalizer. You know, book smart carried me during the library. It ain't going to kick in much right now, I don't think. This is where I'm going to be at my weakest. But it really is the only choice that I go in. I'm also incredibly, like, socially anxious. And so is my Scarlet Hollow character. Oh, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. It's the easiest joke ever, and every single person in the world loves it. There is not a single person who is annoyed when you say something. The same as when someone's like grinding pepper onto your pizza, and they're like, say when. You're actually obliged to literally say the word when. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. In we go! You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus, good to know. I'm sorry, that's another thing. Whenever you're either hacking or doing some kind of infiltration mission, you always have to say, I'm in. Hacker voice, I'm in. Alright, well, we're going to approach the nearest group of miners. I'm staying away from my cousin. I'm not deviating from the goal. They're all fucking terrifying. And I'm going to save my game. You approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Alright, okay, so. I'm not going to introduce myself as Tabitha's cousin, because I want these guys loosened up, you know? Like, I don't want them... you know, Tabitha's their boss. So... yeah, I'm not about to be, like... you know, associating myself with her. Also, this basically confirms, like, no way Tabitha's not going to know about this, because these miners are probably going to be like, hey, so some weird little, like, witch lady came and started questioning us. Right. You know what? Seeing anything weird lately is just a weird opener. This, I can at least sort of maybe loosen them up by, you know, thinking, I'm looking for someone. So I'm going to start here. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, he's gone. That's all that matters. They're uncomfortable. And I am not built for information gathering, so I'm not assertive enough. I'm going to leave it be. I'm thinking in character as well, you know, like, sure, if this were a less character-driven game, I'd be pressing for all the info I can, I'd be asking every single question, but because it's Scarlet Hollow, and Scarlet Hollow is special, I have to think about what I ask, how I approach this. Seen anything weird lately? The miners look you up and down. Weird how? Okay, think. They're not going to know about the woods because it's too noisy here for them to hear any weird noises. Probably, you know, mining equipment. Weird animal sightings could be something, I suppose. But we already know about animal sightings, really. Knocking in the mines, that's just going to make me sound like like a surprise inspector. People getting sick is a bit of an out there one, I suppose, but, like weird animal sightings. Nope. You've been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Wait, are they talking about me? Yeah, she's like a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. Yep, that's me alright. Oh, that's so sweet. But you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't been seeing many animals at all lately. Used to be I'd see all sort of critters, now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Just not used to the seasons changing. Well, the animals are hibernating, that's all. I don't know, she's got a point. I've been up here 5 years now, it's never been like this before. Maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. I'll ask one more. People getting sick, like more than usual? No, nothing like that. I feel fit as an ox. We have good working conditions in the mine and our health is wholly looked after. I've got a couple other questions. So I met this guy on the bus, wore a beanie and shirt that said, "I want to, yeah?" He said he had some friends working the mines up here. Does this have anything to do with what's going on in town? A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? None. Not a clue. Yeah, I think I'd remember someone like that. Okay, actually that's all. Thanks. Bye. You walk away from the miners. Approach another group of miners. More miners to talk to. Before you can reach the miners, you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror. It's the same thing you felt last night, when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. Oh, hello, you! You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous. I'm not going to attack him. I think I'm up to, like, his chest in terms of height, and he looks built like a brick shithouse. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to say stop stalking me. I'm not going to ask why he's following me, because he's just going to be mysterious. Do you need help? Ghost? Say nothing. What are you? Flesh and blood. Much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's gonna happen. You stare in quiet terror. I'll be watching you. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Jam, you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Wayne got the jump on me. Whoa. I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? I could be like, whatever he is, I don't think he's human. He said some real ominous shit to me. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety, that sort of thing. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I care about your safety. Do I say I don't think he's human? I mean, I have no evidence to suggest that he's not human yet, like, you know. He's a bit creepy, but... I don't know. Also, I don't think that things are quite horrifying enough for me to be, you know, going full mystical mode. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. Not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Jam, we've got your back. I'll go to another group of miners. I'm gonna choose against my better... Maybe not... No, not against my better judgment, actually. I think it's a perfectly fine idea to choose to trust and stick with Stella and Kanika. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me. It's real creepy, man. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now, hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? Oh, no. I feel like I want to be open and say that's where the folks at the general store have been calling him, but I feel like that might have, like, connotations that I can't comprehend at this moment in time. But you know what? If I can't comprehend them, then that means that I would be likely to say them. So, I'm not actually going to load the save. It's just like a psychological thing. That's what the folks at the general store have been calling it. Okay, no, you know what? No, I'm not giving names. I'm not giving names. So that wasn't. I will reload. I'm taking it back. You call my bluff game, but I'm not giving fucking immediate, like, direct names. Okay. That wasn't part of the fucking deal, Scarlet Hollow. Really can't help but say their names, can I? Like, it's either say their names or be sketchy. That's annoying. Oh well. You say nothing. It'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town, wandering around, following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like someone who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though. Okay, yeah, that does sound unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him on the lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling him Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. Log. Let's have a look. What do you mean, lady friend? What do you mean, lady friend, for one thing? And also... Yeah, that's interesting. I mean... The main person who has said Wayne has been Sybil, I suppose, so I guess I'll keep that in mind. Also, wow, I didn't notice this. I refused boiled peanuts from the strange man on the bus. I found an opossum living in my dresser. That's a major decision. I went cryptid hunting with Stella. I witnessed Duke die in the woods and called the police. I met Stella's friend Kanika and her mother, Sybil, and learned about ditchlings. I crashed at Stella's and I called Tabitha before leaving. Fun times. No, there's no way. He's not... He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen him sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibility. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa, now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking the wasp's nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. On the chopping block? So it's... like... probably Tabitha, right? At that point... saving again. At that point, now that I've got this hunch, Scarlet Jammy is going to press them. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs and, in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. Whoops. They all left. No. I have to be responsible. I have to be responsible. That is the consequence of my action. We stick with it. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. I think Scarlet Jam's about to do something dumb as bricks. And I can be naught but a vessel. for this decision. I'm gonna find Tabitha. I need to talk to her about this stuff. Good luck, I've got my eyes peeled. You make your way to the trailer in the middle of camp. Hey, guys, I'm gonna hang up real quick. I don't want Tabitha to think I'm spying on her. You disconnect from the call before opening the door. You enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at her desk, her head buried in her hands. What are you doing here? Okay, Who is Wayne? He keeps following me. I don't know what to tell you. Look, I'm sure if you ask around about him, you'll hear some rumours, especially from my employees. They like to gossip. There was a man named Sam Wayne who worked here for a spell, and he disappeared. It happens all the time in this line of work. People show up for a job from out of town and then disappear one day after getting paid. I don't know what happened to the man. I didn't even know if he was still alive. But of course my workers blame me for running him off. Whatever. It's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing. If you've seen him around, that's news to me, and also none of my business, as he is no longer in my employ. Is there anything else I can help you with? I think that there might be a mine collapse soon. The creatures I saw last night are supposed to be some sort of portent of doom. I'm just doing whatever I can to keep people safe. Look, I get it, I really do. Stella has a knack for spinning people into hysterics over shadows. But the only credible threat to the mines right now is me not being able to do my job. You leave it at that. Look, I'm kind of swamped right now. I was actually getting ready for a big meeting when you walked in, but if you want, you can just wait here for an hour or so and I can swing back when I'm done and pick you up. Just don't go around bothering my men. Don't move a muscle. Don't so much as make eye contact with them. They're supposed to be working. I'll see you then. Tabitha leaves the room. As soon as you've gone, as soon as she's gone, you place Kanika's earbuds back in your ears and redial the group. Hey, is everything good? This is a weird one. Because, like, the story that Tabitha just spun me is completely different to the rumour I heard from the workers, and they seemed pretty... I'm choosing to trust them, because they're not going to go spreading around a rumour like that, like, unprompted, because, like they say, it's extremely... It's going to risk their jobs. If there weren't evidence, then it wouldn't have started in the first place, you would think. But the rumour is that, if my understanding of this rumour is correct, the rumour is that Sam Wayne and Tabitha were romantically involved. There was no indication of that from Tabitha, though. Like, Tabitha just said, oh, he probably just worked a month, got a pay, and then left. So I can't help but think that she's hiding something. I think she's hiding something. That woman's hiding a lot of things, but if some of these things are related to what's happening in town... Oh, come on, Neeks. Cut Jam some slack. Tabby's not that bad. She totally is, though. No use sticking around here. Oh my god, wait, look at those. If you see this girl, tell her to leave. And her little dog, too. Also, I can't even mooch around. Well, at least now that Tabitha knows that I'm here, I can probably just talk to people with impunity. I mean, she specifically said for us not to. But you know, now I don't have to worry about her spotting me. Uh-oh. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eyes. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly she's doing a delinquency. Clearly she's doing a delinquency. I mean, yeah, but what kind of delinquency? Only one way to find out. Let's go after her. Hell yeah, now we're doing delinquency. I mean, we're not delinquents, so we're not doing a delinquency, but, you know. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. Uh-oh. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though a cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. This is the site of a mass grave. Cool, alright, Mystical's kicking in again, so now it's time for me to get weird. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place don't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? This place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Hey, remember all those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Kanika said, a lot of people died down there, and there's a lot of spooky history to this place. For all we know, maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Whoa, you sure, Neeks? Jam and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people getting trapped down there even more. The dog, oh my god. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. You know what? Well, I mean, I don't know why I'm even I'm pausing for effect, because I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to call her. Because in my mind, my gut instinct here is we need an expert. You know, we need someone who knows this place, who knows about mines and caves. And we might even need a source of authority. Because teenagers are scary. So, I'm going to call her. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shah mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. We're going in. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expect, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it! I told you she would. For a second there, Kanika thought you were making a beeline for Tabby. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, I kind of did. I called her before coming in. You didn't. I was hoping we'd be able to get Rosalina out of here without anyone calling the cops on her. Or us. Tabitha better not try and have us arrested for trespassing. Oh, I wouldn't worry about her calling the cops. I've snuck into the mines dozens of times and she's never called the cops on me. That's because you two have a weird thing. I'm pretty sure Tabitha actually actively hates me. And believe me, the feeling is extremely mutual. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. She's not happy with me. But I don't regret my choice. I mean, not yet. You progress into the mines, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you. Even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say the minor miners? Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking joke about dead child labourers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in the Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down, but all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's gonna collapse and we're all gonna die here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on it. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mines. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? A hateful and broken presence stirs in the deep. It doesn't want you here. I love how there is a Booksmarts option, which is like, it's rock shifting somewhere, we should be quick, or we should be careful. You know, we should be careful. Or, that was a warning, we have to move fast before something terrible happens here. So it's either Booksmart telling me to be careful, or Mystical telling me to be quick. Unfortunately for, you know, our safety, I'm full Mystical mask off, you know. It's almost involuntary. Whenever we're in a really spiritual place like this, it's like, it's all I can think about. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens here. Whoa, you don't think it's Tommyknockers, do you? Okay, no, Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. You try to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around here. Maybe it's got something to do with a mystery? The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me! These kids are in so much trouble. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. It's the true cursed horror of the mines. Some teenagers. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turn and stare at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here? You creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Okay, let's pursue our options here. Mystical is a very likely one. There's something terrible in this place that wants to be left alone. Get out of here before it leaves its mark on you. I'm not that thingy yet, I don't think. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? It's so tempting to fucking, like, snark at the teenager. Let's save the game before snarking at the teenager. I'm probably just, like, pissed off because this is a very, you know, spiritually complex place and these teenagers are using it to roll joints in. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? I'm 15, you loser. Who even are you? That's Jam, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we'll have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. It's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's not really asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Are those canned strawberries and margaritas? Where did you even get those? The teens avoid eye contact. The one you met earlier at the general store tries to melt into the cabin walls. Oh dear. Oh no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It better not be you. Yeah, whatever. It's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays and Mum's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cabin as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if you were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere no one's supposed to bother us? Okay. Don't try and twist us around on your sister. Can we maybe not do this in an abandoned coal mine? Can we just... I'm not going to do that one, I don't think. It sounds sarcastic, but I don't think it will be taken as sarcasm. No. Nah. I'd love to help y'all sort this out, but can we maybe do it not in an abandoned coal mine? Oh, and what are you? An expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging up anymore. My dad told me he needs an actual foreman at the continuous mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand? No, Alexis. He got promoted last month and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out here anytime we want. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded-up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we heard earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behaviour. I don't think he realises how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offence, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill. And smart, too. Enough! The damage is already done. Now leave! I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it's entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Oh yeah, Tabitha. Tear that sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Oh, she's so sad. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. That's my favourite line in this game, I think. So far, at least. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about why you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in a library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha? Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because? Because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and he's lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, like, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, like, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he'd be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. You're all children, and none of you realise how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would have been pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labour laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Okay, Tabitha. Okay. You've been spitting occasionally, but we need to dial it back and maybe be a bit more supportive of child labour laws. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labour? Tough call, tough call, tough call, tough call. I want to weigh in on it, because it's nice to weigh in on things occasionally. I'm not going to say everything that I'm not going to say the thing that literally fucking everyone else is saying, because that's just pointless. I don't know if that's how I actually feel. I go for this one, honestly. Save quickly. At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I've seen some real bad things in this town. Even if it isn't a ghost, it doesn't mean Oscar's lying to you. Ugh, why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There are no such things as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. Yo, what if we break in and ghostbust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghostbust if there is no ghost! Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing! There is no ghost! I don't care, and I can't believe I've wasted this much free time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung, or gets crushed by rocks, or meets any one of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mine. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this place isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance now to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I don't think she does, you know. I think the lady that I might have a moderate crush on might be going through some stuff.